Defect life cycle. This is an important section when you're going for any interview, when you're preparing for any interview, or even for your ISTQB examination. This is an important topic. Defect life cycle is nothing but a particular defect, a single defect can travel many stages from starting till its end. This is nothing but a journey of a defect. How a defect is traveling from one stage to another. So this defect life cycle, which I'm going to show you in the next slide, is one of the commonly used defect life cycle terms, and this may vary from one organization to another organization. Each and every organization uses different terms to represent each stage of a defect, and it not only depends on the organization, but also it depends on the defect management tool that they use. Each and every defect management tool uses different words to represent each stage of a defect. Let's see the defect life cycle now. So, when a software testing team raises a new bug or a new defect, then it is said as new. The status is set as new. This defect manager, whom I have told you earlier, will see that there is a new defect and he will analyze that defect and assign it to a particular team, particular developer. Like if it is an infrastructure related issue, or if it is a design related issue, or if it is a functional issue, he will see that what type of issue it is and he will assign it to a particular team and particular person. So then it is stated as assigned. As soon as the developer see that there is an issue assigned, he will mark the status as open, so that he will say the whole world that I am looking into that issue. Open doesn't mean that the issue is accepted. Open means that the issue is being seen or being looked out. The developer will say that this issue is assigned to me, I am looking into the issue. I will tell whether this is an issue or not, or I will say whether it can be fixed or not, whatever it is, but I am just looking into the issue. To represent that, he is going to change the status as open. Again, open never means that the issue is accepted, right? So the next one, as soon as he started analyzing the issue, if it is an issue, he is going to fix it. As soon as he fix it, he will change the status as fixed, which means that I am done my part. This issue is fixed. And once the issue is fixed, this defect manager will come into picture and he will change the status as pending retest, and he will assign it to a particular testing team. So this testing team, as soon as they see that the defect is there in their queue for pending retest, they will change that into retest in progress, again, which is similar to open, which means that the retest is in progress. I am going to retest this issue and the retest is in progress. Again, here similarly, if the retest is in progress, it doesn't mean that the issue is going to get closed. It may reopen, or it may not be fixed as expected. So it just means that I am retesting the issue. I am working on the retest part. Retest in progress. Once the retest is successful, they will change that as verified, which means that I am done my part. It is verified. This defect manager will change this verified to closed. So the defect is closed. This is the normal flow of a defect which has been accepted, fixed and retested successfully. The positive scenario. What happens if the defect is not accepted? This open. When after open, if it is not accepted, what will be the criteria? That is what we are going to see next. All the defect cannot be accepted. Few defects will not be accepted due to various reasons. So there are few other status called as duplicated, rejected, deferred and not a bug. Once the developer marked the status as open, as soon as he analyzed the issue, he may found that it is not a bug. This is definitely not a bug. This is how the application should work. So he will put the requirement reference and he will say that this is not a bug. So he will change the status as not a bug. And in other instances, the same defect has been raised already by some other person. So in that case, he will say the defect is duplicated and he will give you the defect ID which was raised for this earlier. So the reference will be given. So if he reject this issue, this defect is rejected. Rejected is something like this will come like this. So even though you feel it as a defect, this is not a defect. This can be rejected now. This can be as it is. This is not going to be considered. So that kind of thing is called as rejected. Deferred is something like, let me give you an example. If a particular functionality is not coming now and it may come in the later stage, in that case, if you raise a defect for that, for example, in payment module, I say I'm not, my MasterCard is not being accepted. Only my Visa card and my RuPay card is getting accepted. My MasterCard is not getting accepted. If I raise a defect for that, he will say that right now we are accepting only Visa and RuPay card, which is not there in the requirement. But right now we are doing only this. MasterCard will come in the later stage because all the other details are in progress. Other speaking with the MasterCard on the quote and other things is still in progress. So right now we are going to live only with Visa and RuPay, which is not there mentioned in the requirement document. So in that case, this status will be deferred, so that as and when MasterCard is coming into picture, this defect will be taken into consideration and will be worked accordingly. So that is called deferred. So these are the different status which may go after open. Open can go to fixed if it is accepted. If it is not accepted, these are the other status. So the next one is closed defect can also be similarly treated in a different way by the testing team. This open status is treated differently by the development team, whereas the retest in progress, after retest in progress, the testing team may do a different responses for that. They may not only go to verified and closed, it may go to a different status. That is called as verified and reopened. Retest can either go to verified or it can go to reopened. If the retest fails, that will go to reopen. They will reopen the defect, saying the retest is failed and assigning back it to the developer. These are the various stages of a defect, and this is called as a defect life cycle, a journey of a defect in various stages. Let's see what is the next section.